Now, in a press briefing before tabling its report, the National Assembly Finance Committee had moved to scrap proposed taxes on bread, vegetable oils, motor vehicles, money transfer and eco-levy in the wake of the public pressure that we had seen on those earlier stories on the contents of the 2024 finance bill. The committee said that they had listened to the voices of the people and had proposed changes to the bill aimed at easing the tax burden on Kenyans. The announcement was made following a parliamentary group meeting at State House, Nairobi, in the presence of the president and his deputy. Our reporter Abdiaziz Hashim now examines the impact of those proposed changes on economists. As economists, one Treasury now faces the Herculean task of meeting the budget deficit should MPs approve those amendments.
As early as 7 a.m., Kenya Kwanza allied legislators converged at State House Nairobi for a parliamentary group meeting. Top on the agenda was a review of the Finance Bill 2024 following the completion of a public participation exercise by MPs. Led by President William Ruto, Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi, and a host of MPs, the leaders emerged from the meeting to announce proposed changes to the bill in a statement read by the Finance Committee Chair Kuria Kimani.
One of them is that we need to protect Kenyans from increased cost of living, and therefore the proposed 16% VAT on bread has been dropped. To support again, on reducing the cost of living, we are doing something about vegetable oil so that we do not make it expensive for Kenyans. Transfer of mobile services is a key concern to many Kenyans, and therefore, again, we have proposed that we do not have any increase on taxation on mobile phone transfer.
Kuria stated the decision to scrap some of the levies followed a public participation exercise in which stakeholders expressed their reservations on some of the proposals to raise revenue.
We've had mama mbogas who do their supplies to hotels being asked to register for eTIMS. We have proposed that these people be given exemption on eTIMS registration.
Similar sentiments were echoed by Majority Leader Kimani Kuria.
We are devoting more money back into people's pockets, especially the employed Kenyans who have been contributing to the housing levy. The housing levy has been proposed together with the Social Health Insurance Fund, the National Social Security Fund, and now the housing levy to be tax deductible.
However, the committee did not delve into details on how to meet the budget deficit that was placed at 3.3% of the country's GDP in the bill.
So here you are, and then you have dropped certain measures. Definitely means that you may perhaps collect less and leaving a huge deficit on the budget side. And in terms of options, then it calls for us looking again at that budget and saying what areas could we perhaps chop.
Tax pundits say if the proposals by the committee are approved by Parliament, then the National Treasury will have to go back to the drawing board. According to Alex Kanyi, a tax expert, Treasury has limited options should the changes sail through on how to meet its 4 trillion shilling budget presented by CS Njuguna Ndogo.
So where are you going to get 1.5 trillion to support the budget if you were to leave it as it is? Clearly, you're telling us that you're going to borrow.
The report, which was tabled in the House, will now be debated and, if approved, could inform changes to the Finance Bill 2024, whose debate is scheduled for Wednesday and Thursday this week in the National Assembly. Abdiaziz Hashim for Prime Edition.